I'm on my way. I thought it was my dad. I'm sorry. Thank you for coming. I don't know if you got called by...
You want to step up for us, sir? Talk to us real quick?
I'm trying.
Alright.
These were the notes that I had. Thank you for...
Sure. I brought your soda from your neighbor, landlord.
This just showed up and I don't really understand why you guys...
Okay. Here, I'll explain this to you real quick. I was talking on the phone with you.
Oh, I appreciate you.
But
Sorry.
this just basically says that you need to appear in court. If you need an attorney, you can use this card right here to get a hold of an attorney to get defense, okay?
That was...
This is a virtual appearance, so make sure you log on. If you don't log on, you're going to get a warrant for your arrest. That's all that this states, okay?
Here's, that was the card in this one.
Okay.
Okay, so with you guys, I was calling this number primarily, and it was...
798-7000, that's our non-emergency number.
But when I got to the freaking out with the 911 and 242 cops, is because the first week of February, it was all like not getting any food, and my dad doing all this weird stuff, but basically, when I tried to write down anything about the stuff that ended up happening, trying to track down any kind of information about our cases as little kids,
Okay,
like
so,
the Department of
like
Justice.
I told you, hold on, sir. We're not going to go looping back to this again.
That's what your internal affairs is, though, right?
And
the
that's-
Department of Justice?
No, the Department of Justice is completely separate. Our Internal Affairs Division are sergeants that work with our agency that investigate us for misconduct. Anything criminal goes through the District Attorney's Office or federally.
Right.
So you can contact them if you have any questions about those from cases from 1981 and beyond.
But with this type of thing, if I'm calling 911 because the advice on YouTube is to contact law enforcement as soon as possible. Back in 2019.
So that you can explain to them in the court. This is not saying you're guilty of
But
anything.
you guys got supervisors. You guys
I am the supervisor.
Well, I appreciate you. You might have been handling these types of cases
I was
that
not.
were coming up right before lockdown.
Okay, I was not.
The church in our neighborhood, my dad was an
Sir.
altar boy there. My
Again?
grandfather helped build it.
Again, sir, we're not
But
looping
some
back
of you
to all of this.
might know about this stuff in
None
Or
of us
Mexico.
know about this.
We're basically here just to explain this to you,
that it's
to
not,
tell you when you go, so
It's-
that way you don't get a warrant out.
but
That's what we're here for, just to tell you about that
But-
right there.
But do you see that it's complicating the fact I'm a victim of sexual assault
Okay.
and trying to report these cases that you guys have a lot
And
more
that's going to
authority.
be through the detectives that you already spoke with. You gave me the names of the detectives you spoke with. You gave me all of that. They do their investigations, okay?
But not getting any kind of assurances that the situation here isn't a lot worse than what I can figure out on my own. It's been exacerbating
So
more.
we're gonna get you back in contact with Detective Apodaca, okay? Because he's who you worked with primarily before.
And this never even should have even occurred because
Okay.
it was a buildup of
Okay.
each week after
But you
week.
Sir,
can't call
sir, you
911
can't-
for things like that.
But I get
Only
my
call
head-
911 if you have an emergency, sir. Emergency, okay?
I have called you. I had called like when I was working and like kidnapped and robbed at work, that it was allowed because
Yes.
we had a
But
bomb
not
go off at
every
work.
single time, sir, if it's not an emergency, okay?
But that was I was starving for days, and then he only shows up like once every 24 hours. So then like all of the food boxes and stuff like that, he's giving it to his cousins, and then his cousins.
I don't know about
are-
that because he just had me
They're
bring
right
you.
next
he-
door
he
here,
just had
and
me
they're
bring
right
you
next door there. Those
just
are
had
the
me bring you
relatives
this.
that were witnesses to me and my younger sister, or my older sister, getting assaulted before we could read and write.
Okay,
So calling you guys that there's a police report in Texas of
Okay.
my sister trying to kill me.
Ivan Garcia, right? That's your name? Okay.
I
So,
apologize.
it's okay. So, again, this is what you have. We've given you the information we can.
It's just even.
He asked that you take your sodas in so you can have those.
But today's the 26th.
Yeah, sometimes it takes the mail a while.
No, it
to-
doesn't. He worked for the post office.
Okay.
It takes 2 days to get anywhere in town.
Okay. Have a safe day, sir.
But it does seem like you guys might have people that might be concerned at not wanting to get worse, because I don't understand what the Department of Government.
Have a safe night, okay?
Okay. Wait, can you shine that back this way because I can't see? Thank you.
Yep.